Hello everybody and welcome back to Robert's Reviews. Today, this is like my fourth video coming out today. This is the third that I am filming today. As you guys know, movies come out on Fridays generally, and you can, go to the movie theater, or now you can pay for them at home with a virtual movie ticket. So I bought virtual movie tickets to Silk Road and Body Brokers. If you guys are interested in watching either of those movies, there's a website called Fandango now. It's a ticketing website. Ooh, stuttering. Ticketing website that you can normally use to buy tickets to real-life theaters, which you're more than welcome to do as well. However, they also have an option to buy virtual tickets to rent it. So you have 30 days to watch it and 2 days after you start the movie to finish watching it. I found that their prices are at least the same as other websites like Amazon, sometimes even lower, like with the movie I'm going to review right now. The movie that I'm reviewing today, Body Brokers was $7, and this one was only $6, so it's not too bad in terms of movie ticket prices. And you get 2 days to watch it, so you can rewatch it if you want to, or share it with your friends. So I would recommend Fandango now. They do have closed captioning and all that stuff. It's really been nice, really quick and easy to get tickets. So if you guys want to do that, I would recommend that. But today, let's go ahead and jump right into Silk Road. Silk Road was released in 2021. It was released today on February 19th. This is my third new release today, with WandaVision Episode 7, and then Body Brokers, and now Silk Road. This movie was written and directed by Tiller Russell. So, believe it or not, this is the second movie that came out today that had to do with drugs. I choose these... I like to do at least like 2 movies that come out on Fridays. That's my goal from now on in 2021, is to do, not only the Marvel release in the morning, but also a regularly scheduled request, but also to do new movies as they come out. And I chose these 2 because they were the most prominent, and they seemed like they were going to be the most interesting. I'm generally going to choose the most prominent movies that are supposed to be released. Like next week, for instance, Tom and Jerry is supposed to come out, and also The Father apparently is going to be able to be released on for streaming. I know it's already been released, but it's going to be released for streaming, so I'll probably watch that one as well. Those are just the most prominent ones that are coming out, and so I'm going to do that from now on. But Silk Road is about drugs as well as Body Brokers, so if you guys want to check that one out, that was also on the channel now. But what's cool, I think, about Silk Road is that it's a fun movie, right? So it is a crime drama, technically, where essentially this is based on a true story, by the way. He created a website called Silk Road, where you can buy and sell anything on the internet. Drugs being the big prominent thing that they're selling. And his basic idea is that, they live in America. He believes that anything that you buy that's not state regulated is against the state, which is true. It is libertarianism at its most basic principle, is market. And freedom of independence of the people, which is sort of First Amendment, is essentially where we're focusing that's where we're focusing our attention on in this movie. And it's really fun because we had seen him create this website that he could sell drugs on, but not even that, but he will sell drugs through other people and he gets a profit off of it, which they didn't actually go into detail at all about where the market comes from. Where did he get the drugs in the first place? He doesn't specifically sell the drugs. He doesn't have the drugs on him, but he's got other people selling the drugs on his website, so he gets a part of the money, which is fine. But where does he get the drugs? How did he contact all these drug dealers? They should have included that in the movie. That is a slight negative. I did not enjoy the fact that we didn't know where the drugs came from, which is fine, I guess, to a certain extent, but explain how they found the people to give the drugs. It's very, very confusing. But he does set up the website, and he uses Bitcoin, which is, a big thing today, where basically it is cryptocurrency, so when you use it, no one knows what it is. Because basically what it is it's a token or a symbol, right? A Bitcoin doesn't have monetary value. It symbolizes value, right? So if I give you 1 Bitcoin, right, I didn't just give you money, but I gave you a symbol that says that you can turn in that symbol for real money, right? Is essentially where it's at. So they can't track what symbol is where, because if you have $1 and I have $1 and I give you $1 in person, it's the same way where you can't really track that the internet. It's the same thing through a Bitcoin, basically. You can see that the Bitcoin was transferred, but you can't see who owned the Bitcoin and who transferred the Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is everywhere. It's intense. It's a complicated thing that if you want me to, I can make a whole video about Bitcoin if you're interested. It's a complicated thing. I'll do more research if you guys want. But yeah, it's just a thing that I've been thinking about, and it's important for this movie. And so that way no one can track him. But we have Rick, who is a DEA agent, sort of. We'll get into that. And he is trying to track him down and to take him down. But in the meantime, he also has a daughter, and it's very expensive to send to her special school because she has a learning disability. So he instead sort of kind of befriends the person who owns the website and becomes kind of his guy on purpose because he wants to take him down, of course. But then he somehow ends up with thousands and thousands of his dollars because he tracked down the guy that he was actually in partnership with. It's complicated. But he has a lot of money now, but he doesn't have enough to take her daughter to school. So he basically says, I want more money with a variety of different accounts, gets all that money, and then doesn't really do much about getting caught. So once Ross gets caught, Rick also gets caught and sent to jail, but not the end of the world, of course. But yeah, in general, a really cool movie. I enjoyed it. I like the aesthetic of it. There was a lot of really moments where like they would freeze the frame and then they would just like transition into the next part of the movie. I thought that was interesting. I don't think it would have been very good if they only did it like once. They did it like 10 or 20 times in the movie, and I kind of liked how it was just like, all right, we're moving on to the next perspective, new perspective. Really, really cool. I really enjoyed it. I like how we also saw the end first. It kind of was spoilery that we found out that he gets caught in the very beginning. It's like the first like minute of the movie. You see that he's going to get caught. You only don't know who's calling him at the time, which is pretty easy to figure out pretty early in the film. But whatever. Again, another small negative that was really annoying how they kind of spoiled it. I hate when people do that. I would have liked it if we had a little bit at the beginning and then a little bit at the end, but they were like, oh yeah, he's going to get caught. And we're like, all right. And, but yeah, overall, I think the characters were fun. The story's great. The story's real, so, I mean, there's that too. But in general, a really, really solid movie with a lot of really good performances. And I'm only going to talk about 2 of them today because my voice is kind of getting tired, and I still have to go to 3 hours of D&D soon. So I will wrap up my thoughts after I discuss these 2 acting performances. First, Nick Robinson as Ross Ulbricht. So, I have never seen Nick Robinson before for some reason. I feel like I have. I mean, I know he was in, like, Love, Simon or something like that. I haven't seen that yet. Maybe I will in the future. I do like Nick Robinson, though. This is a good movie, and his performance is really, really good. He was able to portray that, like, he's anxious with certain things, but also be able to show that he cares, you know? Like, he's like, oh, I'm going to get arrested at some point, but I don't care, because this is what I want to do. This is, like, something that I've been waiting for forever. And he's so passionate about, like, the First Amendment and libertarianism and all that stuff. It's really cool to watch all of that. I really enjoyed his performance. I don't think they could have chosen a better person for this, honestly. I think it was quite good. He was really good. I really enjoyed it. It's hard to pinpoint exactly what parts I thought were the best because they were all really good. I enjoyed the movie a lot, and I think a lot of it has to do with the performances. Jason Clarke as Rick Bowden. So Jason Clarke is one of my favorite actors. I like him a lot. He's great in a lot of things. He's very good at portraying creepy stuff. But he was really good in this movie in being just like a DEA agent. We learned that something went wrong in Puerto Rico. We don't really know what. We assume it was some sort of anger issue and like trying to crack a case too hard or something like that. So he went to a reform place for a bit, and then he came back, and they sent him to cybersecurity. So basically, he has to sit there at a computer, and he doesn't understand computers at all. So he uses his drug friend to help do that. And it's really cool how we got to see that. And it's really complicated. His relationship is really complicated with Ross because, you know, he uses a fake name to contact him. And he's trying to, you know, track him down to take him down, essentially. But he decides, you know, like last second, oh, I can make a lot of money off of this. And he doesn't enter the drug trade. But he does steal a lot of money. And he gives it to his family. So it really was an interesting little dynamic there. And I liked it a lot. Overall, fantastic movie, really. I really enjoyed it. It is worth the $6 for this one, $6. It's worth the $6. It was, in my opinion, it was better than Body Brokers. I enjoyed it more. I think the acting is very superb here, and I had a good time watching it. And I'm going to go ahead and give this movie an A. I've been watching TV all day, literally all day. I woke up this morning and I watched WandaVision, then I went to class, and then I watched two 2-hour movies, so that's 4 hours, so about 5 hours of watching stuff. So that's insane. But I do plan on continuing to do this. As long as I can hold up and have time on Fridays, I'm going to do that the best I can. At some point when my movie theater opens back up, I will be going to the movies to watch the movies. So that might get a little complicated in terms of when the reviews will come out, because I'll watch them at night, because if 2 movies come out, I'm going to go see one at 7:30 and then one at 9. Back to back, which is going to be exhausting. But you know what? It's fine. Everything's fine. So my reviews for those probably will not come out until Saturday morning-ish. But that's fine, because it'll be a day later than this. But if I can, I'll probably just get virtual tickets to this, because it's working pretty well. I do plan on, however, making a video soon about why we should be going to movie theaters when they're open. I'm not going to get into it right now, because I'm making a whole video about it. I'm doing a lot of research about it, mainly because I'm interested in owning my own movie theater. And it's important that we do go to the movie theater. So if you're in a place that you can safely go to a movie theater, I recommend you do so. It is important. Eventually, probably in early March, I'll release a video about why we should be going to movie theaters. So I hope you guys look forward to that. But that's going to do it for me today. Looking forward to next week. Let's see. Well, tomorrow we have my Amelie review, which is a movie I had to watch for class. Not particularly great. I might release a video on Sunday, depending on how fast I watch The Fall tomorrow for class again. And then, starting next week, we are back at it with the DCEU on Monday with Wonder Woman. Tuesday, Body of Lies, which is a Leonardo DiCaprio movie. Wednesday, we have The Defenders, Season 1. Thursday is The Big Short. And Friday, We Were Soldiers, as well as my WandaVision Episode 8 review. And, theoretically speaking, The Father review and Tom and Jerry review. But that's going to go ahead and do it for me today. As always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.